What's up, New Jersey? Welcome back to another episode of the NJ1ST podcast. My name is Ryan McDonald. Make sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel. Also follow over on rumble.com/NJ1ST. NJ1ST.com is going to be bringing a lot of content to New Jersey in 2024 and 2025. This YouTube video is going to go into the New Jersey state politics, going into voter registration numbers, some activism that happened in New Jersey, and also some opinions of my own regarding NJ GOP leaders, so stay tuned for that. Trenton News Network over on X, formerly known as Twitter, reports that New Jersey voter registration statistics from February 1st of this year until October 1st of this month, Republicans net gained in every key legislative district. This includes the removal of inactive voters from the voter rolls, as best as they could. In Legislative District 2, that's down South Jersey, LD3 South Jersey, LD4 South Jersey. Looks like the numbers are increasing still, and they have the reputation of having all those Republican voters. LD8 and 11 increased, 4 and 16. 16, we're going to come back and circle back around, just like Jen Psaki always says on LD16. That one is close to being flipped this go around. That is actually former Jack Ciattarelli's district when he was an assemblyman, and he left there to run for governor in 2017, and it flipped Democrat ever since. LD38, we can look into these good numbers for Republicans regardless in this year of 2023. You can follow NJ1ST over on X, formerly known as Twitter, at NJ1ST. But I wouldn't go as far to say New Jersey GOP have become one of the best state parties in the country. This guy, Ryan James Gurdusky, who does a lot of content creation and writing, is an author, of a sense, in Substack with politics. It says the GOP in New Jersey, NJ GOP had another big month. Here's what each party netted in the month of September since the election day of 2021. So since 2021, the GOP has increased 1,288 in September, and the Democrats lost 2,148 in September. Independents gained 8,164 in September. This is just last month's data reporting, and he's saying overall since 2021 of last September 2021, now it was September of 2023 that just went by, GOP have net gained 32,000 and Democrats have just lost 70,000. So no matter if they gained anything, they still overall lost 70,000. Independents gained, nope, they lost overall. So more independents chose a party. That's what that means. You can't unregister. Once you register to vote, right? You can't unregister. You just choose a party rather than being independent. So those statistics are the quantitative outline of New Jersey, and that's why Ryan James Gurdusky is saying New Jersey GOP have become one of the best state parties in the country. No, I will debate anybody in the country against that. The NJ GOP has not become one of the best state parties in the country. This is maybe just going off of quantitative data because NJ GOP since 2020 has been pushing vote by mail the same way that the Democrats has. That could be it, but qualitatively, empirically, I'll take up the debate against anyone that the NJ GOP is trash. And we can look even further into Ryan's work, what he does. He has the map here showing the NJ GOP voter registration gains. So the dark red area down here showing Monmouth and Ocean gaining the most. It could be between 5,000 and 10,000, roughly 12,000. GOP has gained there. And again, this is notoriously the heaviest Republican majority is down here, South, conservative South Jersey. Up here as well, though, where I'm from, Northwest New Jersey, were red, and they've actually lost a little bit, it looks like. No, gains, sorry, but 1 to 1,000, so really stagnant. To be honest, a lot of people say people have moved from the cities over to West Jersey, and that's the people from the cities, so they're going to vote 50-50, let's say, give the benefit of the doubt, maybe Democrat heavy, but 50-50. Here, the GOP loss, so minus 673 to minus 2,600. Right here, right in the middle, Morris. Oh, Chairman Laura Ali's got some explaining to do. We'll get into that in a little bit. but Somerset as well as Mercer. Yeah, not really strong here with GOP losses. What the hell, guys? And although Republicans might have some great feeling towards those numbers, the outcome of those numbers, the Republicans that they elect, it's still 20% voter outcome in the primary. So Republicans who get elected since 2021, some of them haven't really been great fighters in Trenton. They've been alongside the Democrats. A New Jersey Republican who was elected in 2021 who is a fighter down in Trenton, Ed Durr, State Senator Ed Durr, the truck driver Ed Durr. Everybody loves him, but let me tell you, he has been sponsoring legislation that is great legislation. If you're a conservative, that's what you want to hear and see from your representative. If you're America First, on with the MAGA movement, that's great. He did not have any support from his fellow Republicans down in Trenton. And right here, you're going to see a humbling response from Ed Durr about the question that I'm asked him live on air. And a lot of people have seen this, but I'm going to show you some personal emails of myself where I have personally reached out to state senators down in Trenton and told them about Ed Durr's legislation and have asked them to help him. So it's not his fault. He gave a humbling response that we're going to watch, but it's Republicans' fault. I'm telling you, and I will prove it. I will show you.
We have another caller. Caller, please state your name and why you calling.
Hey, this is Ryan McDonald. I just had a question for Senator Durr.
Sure, Ryan.
Hey, I remember reporting on your great legislation you proposed last year to the New Jersey Senate. It was a heartbeat bill, concealed carry bill, and a repeal of the extreme risk protection order. And at the time, I knew that there wasn't anybody joining on with you from either party. I was wondering if anybody has joined with you on those bills.
Yeah, there's been, I believe, some of that has been picked up by other members in the legislature. I think, I freely admit that maybe one of the things I did wrong when I introduced bills is I just introduced them. I think the best method was to go and, introduce them to the fellow legislatures. And I think a lot of them don't know about my bill. So I need to go back around and, inform them of what I have and what my thoughts are. And I think you'll see a difference. And I think that was one of the mistakes I made early on.
Well, your experience, you learn, and now you know how to. It's a system. You have to work the system.
Yes, you have to do it right. But and we're going to continue to fight for our Second Amendment rights. And I make no bones about that. I am pro-life, but I believe in a heartbeat bill. Fairness. That allows for both sides to come to a compromise, because that's exactly what government is, compromise, right?
That's absolutely right.
Thank you very much for the response. And I understand it's voting for the person in the primary and the party in the general election. And that's why I really think we should stress those who don't get behind you. You are the leader in New Jersey, if you ask the majority of grassroots patriots.
Well, I appreciate that. I appreciate that, but this is about the people.
Great. And thanks for answering. That's all.
No problem. You have a great day, Ryan.
Thanks.
Thank you for calling.
I put them in my archive because I knew I would need them. Right here. So Senator Durr's pro-gun bill, New Jersey heartbeat bill, pro-gun bill. Who am I sending these to? Let's check, all right? Senator Doherty, 2022, last year, June 2022, last year. Hey, Senator Doherty, South Jersey's freshman Senator Ed Durr has sponsored 2 pro-gun bills, and I'm reaching out to you and urge you to co-sponsor his bills because I know you are a staunch America First patriot in North New Jersey. I've created 2 videos, and I've sent them all the videos. I've outlined everything. You know what he did? You know what Senator Doherty, Mike Doherty up here in North New Jersey, a staunch America First fighter, did? He stepped down and he took a county position for clerk, Warren County clerk. So he's not fighting the good fight in Trenton during that whole thing. He was great, but I don't know. Dear Ryan, thank you for your email in support of Bill 11707, the heartbeat bill. He didn't go on with them, so he responded. I appreciate your concerns to my attention. Please be advised, I will take careful consideration of your comments of the bill before the Senate for hearing a vote. Do not hesitate to contact me. You didn't do it, dude. You stepped down and ran. Senator Arrojo, same thing, dude. June 27, 2022. You retired in 2023. You could have done something good before you left. I sent you the same exact bill or same exact email I sent to Mike Doherty. So that's 2 senators I contacted last year about this. Same thing with the pro-life bill, the heartbeat bill. Orojo didn't respond at all. At least Mike Doherty responded. Senator Bucco, another one. Guys, I'm telling you, I reach out to them. They don't respond. They don't care. June 27th last year. They definitely are getting emails. One of them, 1 out of 3 responded. This one is Senator Bucco. Can you please help Ed Durr? Nothing. This next story from Haley Kennington. I believe Haley's originally from New Jersey, but she shows the highlights from ACLU NJ's More Than Empty Shelves event, how book bans undermine identities and restricts information. It was in Princeton. I was going to attend, but I just could not get off work. I'm so happy that Haley went. She wrote a Substack on it. We're going to look into it in depth, skim it, go over it. I'll leave the link so you guys can look at it. It's really good information about these book bans when we really know it's just a very few amount of books that are just really obscene, sexual, explicit imagery. To be honest, myself just reading over this Substack won't do justice to the great reporting that Haley Kennington was able to accomplish, so I will leave the link in the comments of this YouTube video. Please come and read this yourself. Take it fully in. I'll just skim it quickly. It's Banned Books Week in America. It's a nationwide campaign push by the American Library Association. In New Jersey, the ACLU NJ held this event that this Substack by Haley is covering. And, you know, you always hear about them talk about Catcher in the Rye or To Kill a Mockingbird. You know, there's these banned books that we read, 1984 maybe. In North Korea, they always talk about Animal Farm is banned. So there's banned books, and, you know, books shouldn't be banned. You know, it's freedom of speech. We should all know. Even Mein Kampf shouldn't be banned. We should know what these people are saying. Freedom of speech. The answer to hate speech or bad speech is more speech, right? And New Jersey, they didn't stick up for civil liberties like that. ACLU of NJ. I thought they did, but they don't. You know, all throughout the BLM riots and Summer of Love, they did not stand up for the civil liberties of small business owners, for example. They did not stand up for religious exemption liberties or anything like that through the whole COVID pandemic and shutdown and vaccines. So they were there, you know, supporting what? They're supporting the right to read explicitly sexual material as young as ages K through 8, you know, as young as 6 years old, 7 years old, 8 years old. What are they doing? Some civil liberties union, huh? But another person that was at this event that Haley Kennington is reporting on was Brielle Winslow Majete. I don't know if this is a girl or boy. Don't know. But Deputy Director of Garden State Equality. I do remember that this person was on NJ101.5. I still have yet to watch that. I have to see what went on. But let's see what this Substack is reporting on. Barnyard Rustic Center for Social Justice, Banned Books Brunch. It looks like Andrew Zwicker, LD16. I told you it would come back up. We're going to look into that even more, but he is in full support of LGBT indoctrination of American youth. There's no if, and, or buts about it. Haley does a great job of showing basically the esoteric side of all this. It's deeply ingrained as a cultural revolution. If anybody knows about the Chinese Maoist cultural revolution, turning the children against the parents, it's similar. There is just so much information here. Really, you should come read this whole thing. There's even video recordings.
As Casey indicated, these are not organic book challenges. An organic book challenge is when a parent becomes aware of a book that their child may have accessed and they raise a complaint. Instead, what we're seeing is organized groups. Who do I mean? I bet you know. Moms for Liberty, which has been designated by the Southern Poverty Law Center as an extremist anti-government organization. There are chapters here in New Jersey, in Bergen, Morris, Burlington, Ocean, Cape May, and guess what? Mercer County. Those chapters are active. In fact, we were wondering if we might see some of those people here tonight. Another group you should be mindful of in New Jersey is No Left Turn. They're especially active in South Jersey. Team PYC, that means Protect Your Children, and the New Jersey Project.
New Jersey Senator Ed Durr and Senator Mike Testa have threatened to draw up legislation that would require a rating system on books, much like the movie industry. What you waiting for, boys? Yeah, come read Haley's work. It looks phenomenal. I'm definitely going to sit down and read this tomorrow over some coffee, actually. To end this episode of the NJ1ST podcast, I'm going to talk about the state politics at play, specifically in Legislative District 16, as I was alluding to before, with Democrat State Senator Andrew Zwicker, the pride and joy of that LGBT push. His running mates, Roy Freeman and Mitchell Drulis. LD16, said before, that's where Jack Chitterelli was, the former assemblyman. He decided to run for governor in 2017. It flipped to these guys. It hasn't changed since. And now they are doing what they are doing with the children, the State Board of Ed, the LGBT curriculum, the banned books, the drag queen story hour. And, you know, the reason that Phil Murphy here is tweeting out is because that in 2021, they were not too far away from flipping the district back. And 2022, it was redistricted. That's why Tom Kean Jr. won. So now people are expecting in 2023, this is one of the districts that will flip, just like CD7 flipped in 2022. Let's see if it happens, because even the assembly race was pretty close. We'll see here, so we'll see. Now, what doesn't help is that Governor Murphy can say that Mike Pappas wants to ban abortion in all cases, even instances of rape and incest. I really don't believe that for a second. I know that New Jersey Republican candidates are pro-choice, actually. For the last couple of years, they've been outspokenly pro-choice, have run, no one's on Ed Durr's heartbeat bill, as I was saying before, even on the state level. So Governor Murphy is just lying about Mike Pappas, I think. And he can get away with it, too, because there's state senators like John Bramnick that just call Republicans extremists. And, if Governor Murphy is calling Mike Pappas one of those extremists for wanting to ban abortion in all cases, or what the media calls extremists, right? What John Bramnick would call extremists, then he can say that, because John Bramnick is even calling his own people extremists. So this is all backwards. Republicans have to think of a different strategy. And I even said that the Sussex County should stand up and actually censor John Bramnick and show that they are different than the rest of the NJ GOP. I don't know if they plan on doing that, but John Bramnick just calls everyone extremist. Yesterday in Washington, we saw evidence of why we lost true leadership, such as John Boehner, who was a real conservative, but not an extremist. I'm telling you, he's just talking about everyone against me is an extremist. Anyone against me is an extremist. I continue to stand against extremism. So where's the Republicans standing up to John Bramnick? That's what I want to know. Thank you for watching this episode of the NJ1ST podcast. Please subscribe to the NJ1ST podcast on Rumble, YouTube, NJ1ST.com. Follow at Ryan McDonald USA on all social medias. Thanks for watching, guys.